clarify the value of expiring contracts in this new CBA and how our team, the Raptors, can use them. See, there's a different shift now. Every team has certain puzzle pieces they're either looking to get rid of or they're looking to get. And the thing that makes these pieces fit or not fit is salary matching. So you're looking to match numbers, right? So in my other video, we talked about Chris Boucher being at $10 million and Kelly being at $15 million. Those are clean numbers in a way and easier to match, right? With other salaries in a sense of $10 million is $10 million, 15 is $15 million. If they were expiring in the same year, you could put them together to become $25 million, right? So, you need to have different players at different salaries. That's key. You can't have, every guy on, a minimum. What's the point? There's no variance in the assets you have, right? The expiring contracts are assets to teams that need to get under certain aprons because they want to either acquire other players in the off season or even get under salary cap issues because maybe their picks were locked because they're in the second apron too long. There's a lot of different factors and motivations in trades. It's not just, I want a better player. If it was only just about getting a better player, there would be very few trades. There's a lot of different value propositions in trades. Especially with this new CBA, there's a lot more motivation from people to sell. I think people say it's constraining the market. I think it's actually promoting activity in the market by pushing these teams to get off contracts that aren't serving them as good. So the player flow is better, and these smaller teams can compete to get these role players easier because there's limited money around on the bigger teams. So that certain role players will have to go to smaller markets. So that's what this CBA has tried to push, and I think Masai is trying to capitalize on it with different expiring amounts. We do have Mitchell at $6 million. We have Boucher at $10 million this year. We have Bruce Brown at $23 million. And next year we have Kelly at 15. And whoever we flip this year, maybe we get a prospect plus another expiring so that they get off their prospect. They get off another expiring that maybe has an additional year next year. So then we turn that contract into a next expiring. And it kind of feeds a loop. And it's just about jumping on opportunities. Hey, we might have to waive a couple guys or whatever, you know what I mean? Let them roll over, maybe re-sign Boucher or re-sign Kelly on minimums if we don't find any matching things out there for them in the market that makes sense with the players coming back. Because I think Masai is very specific on the players he takes back and the chemistry of the team, right? So we can't just go out there willy-nilly and look for any little value we can. We have to find specific value to keep this team going in the right direction and not derailed by trying to gain little bit but losing a lot from chemistry and different things. So there's a lot of factors involved, but I think expiring contracts are key in order to even be at the table to be able to offer something, because you have to start with a salary amount to even get a player, right? So, that's why kind of Chris Boucher was a bit overpaid and Kelly was a bit overpaid, but I think that's also the Raptors loving to kind of reward their Canadian guys and give them a little bit more for their effort because they know how much their passion and dedication to our organization rubs off on the other players, and that's an additional value that maybe they deserve a little bit more for. That's not anything wrong with that. So I think the values of Chris's contract and Kelly's contract were strategic in a way to position them as a certain puzzle piece, expiring amount at the end, right? So maybe we can pounce on an opportunity where another team has to let go of a solid role player like Davion Mitchell or a prospect like Ochai. All right, thank you. Have a good one.